into a 00 piece of cloth. You can be the star of the show when it comes to mental illness. You don't have to console them when they eat too much Chipotle, and they'll hold your hair back while you purge. No, that's kind of dark. Okay.
That's experience.
How much time do I have left?
30 seconds.
Okay. I think it's good that men repress their feelings because women are way too emotionally intelligent. Fights take way too long. So I think like when I upset them, all you have to do is watch like their emotionally constipated face for about an hour and hand them some kind of ball. You know what I mean? Like a dodgeball or like a football or like a baseball, and then set them up with the wall and they just play catch with it until they feel better. And that's easy. Okay. Another thing that's interesting, you can buy gifts for yourself and they count as gifts for them. Like lingerie. Do you know what I mean? Like I still wear lingerie from my last relationship with a man, so it's really cost effective. Okay, there's also the gender pay gap. Are you guys familiar with this concept? They make 18 cents more on the dollar than us, and that really comes through like when you're asking them for dinner, you don't feel as bad. I have some more, but I think I'm out of time.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it, out of time. Give it up for Claire, everybody. Woo! Yeah, buying guys balls and everything. I think you're into artistic men. I don't know. Just reading about that. Now, for your rebuttal, Eliza, what's your little rebuttal?
Yeah. First, Claire, you said you needed a throbbing penis. You know
throbbing.
that dildos exist, right? And there are strap-on penises that can throb.
But not with desire.
Oh, yes, with desire. I also think you're overestimating how hard gay sex is. Like, I just, like, go in there and, like, lick around, and then, like, usually, like, it always ends up positively.
Do I respond? Is this the rebuttal part, or she just does her own?
I get to do my own
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
Her rebuttal, you can rebuttal.
Got it.
And then here, another thing is also gifts for myself still count as gift for them. Like weed, for example. Like I don't want to smoke alone, but I always want to be high. So that I would say is a gift for both of us. And then my last point is passive aggression can be ignored. Aggression will always roll me over. Therefore, women. The end of that point.
Okay, so that's her rebuttal. All right, let's give it up for Dora the Explorer eating pussy. All right, and now you're gonna tell us why it's better to date a woman than a man. Let's go, Eliza.
Have any of you watched Barbie?
Yeah.
Point one. Have any of you seen Boy Genius? Okay, I'm so sorry. Anyways, I feel like a little history will help, a little pathos. I went to all-girls school. That's how I became a lesbian.
Yeah.
That's how that works. If you laugh at that, you're a Republican and I hate you. No, I'm a functioning lesbian. That means I'm bi, but I think men are gross. And here's the thing is, like, I'll just, like, and Caroline, you said you went to all-girls school, right?
Yes.
So you know many a queer woman.
Yes. They're all like Republican. They're all married men.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But anyways, my point is like I would take like any woman over the best man. Like I'll take Anna Delvey over Nelson Mandela.
Damn.
I would take J.K. Rowling over Pedro Pascal.
Wow.
Yeah, and I would take Hillary over Barack. In a relationship, not politically, but that's not the question. And like, okay, so like when a guy can't make you come, like as a woman, you feel bad about yourself. But when a woman can't make you come, as a woman, you get to make the other woman feel bad about it. Like, have you ever been like, haha, you can't make me come, loser? That never happens during straight sex. That's just not how it works. And then I will also say, as Dove Cameron points out in her hit song, I could be a better boyfriend than you. If you're dating a girl, you can borrow all her clothes. If you're dating a man, I could borrow all your clothes. I would just look bad and feel bad about myself. Women can't make you come. Yeah, I just think women are like prettier, smarter, kinder, and I don't think that's like arguable. I'm so sorry, Claire. Like you're just on the losing platform. In conclusion, go women.
Wow.
All right.
Pretty solid argument there.
I think Eliza forgot how a debate works. Like, I don't necessarily need to believe in my platform.
100% with that one. So, you got your 30-second rebuttal now for Claire.
Oh, 30, fuck, okay. First things first, you mentioned trying on clothes. I like to be a little tiny. You can tell by my body dysmorphia thing. And dating a man, you get to try on their clothes and be tiny. That's kind of hot and fun. You also, I feel like it implied the coming thing. Men, it's so easy to make them come, and I feel like the power that comes with that outweighs, like making a girl come, I guess. I'll be honest, I've never made a girl come. Oof. With my mouth.
Couldn't be me.
I know. So this whole licking around thing, that's just a confession. That's not really a rebuttal. Well, I think one thing that I wanted to talk about, it's not really a rebuttal. You mentioned like the fulfillment that comes from dating a woman. Have you ever tried to make art with a man's jizz?
I've made art with a woman's period blood.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That was a really good rebuttal to my rebuttal. Yeah. I mean, wow. I need to know more about that. That honestly just took me.
It was
for a
my
loop.
blood.
It was your. That doesn't count
Why?
because that's
I
not
would
the
do it with
same
someone
thing.
else's.
That's not war page.
Yeah. So my vision that I was gonna say is you can get artistic fulfillment if a man is about to come and you time it just right and he has enough long range. You can buy a canvas from Michaels and just like create a Jackson
You can
Pollock.
do that with a squirting woman.
Okay, true. All right, I think that's my rebuttal.
I'm sorry, come on, interrupt.
All right. Well, let's give it up. Let's give it up for Eliza. Let's give it up for Claire, everybody. All right. Now, well, before I even give it up to the audience, let's ask the judges. What do you guys think? Let's start off with Caroline.
Well, first of all, I just want to say I think we all lost when Eliza said she created art with a woman's period blood. That wasn't fun for us. In terms of the debate, you guys were both great. I'm honestly torn. I feel homophobic for this, but I think I'm going to go with Claire for a few reasons. I'm shocked. Well, listen, it's so Eliza, when you were like saying how you make women come all the time, you're like, yeah, I just go in there and look around. And that just doesn't make me confident that you're actually making women come. So you lost some credibility for me there. You also said that you can't say to a man, haha, you can't make me come, loser. I think I said that to a man like last night. So you lost me on a few points there, so that's why I'm gonna go with Claire. But you guys were both great.
All right. Now, for a little shout out to Zester, let's give it up for Willie Zabar, everybody.
I mean, let's be real. It sounds like Eliza's just better at making women come.
Yeah.
It sounds like you just have a certain set of skills, and that's worth some points. However, you did say something positive about J.K. Rowling, who's a dirty turf, so that's negative points right there. Whereas Pedro Pascal is not a turf; he's daddy. So, lost a couple points there. You lost some points, Claire, because I gotta say, you said men don't have eating disorders or dysmorphia. Yes, we do. Live in proof, baby. Hell yeah. Binge, man. That's what I go for. I tried doing it. It was great. It was really thin.
I was
Clearly,
actually worried about that one. My guy friend said the same thing.
well, I'm really just pandering to the left right now.
Got it.
So, I'm going to stop doing that by saying pro men because I hope women continue to date men. Thank you.
All right, yeah, and I also think he thinks Eliza's the Liam Nelson of Eating Pussy. All right.
Yes.
All right, now let's give it up for our final judge. Let's give it up for Aaron Lipsky, everybody.
Yeah. He said that the last judge was the shot of testosterone, but I gotta tell you guys in this room, I'm the token misogynist here, so I'm biased right off the bat. Claire, you started out using words like throbbing with desire, orifice, and receptacle. You don't need to tell us you're bi, we get it. Fuck's sake. Eliza, you reminded me why I stopped dating women in my 20s because I forgot how annoying their voices are. Fuck's sake. So both of you managed to make this like so unsexy. Boo! The misogynist says boo! I wanted more like titty shaking during this conversation. I got none of that. So
I had a part about titty fucking. I didn't have time.
I would have flashed you guys.
Titty.
Time.
Okay, the flashing of the titty fucking would have won the audience and my heart as so I do find it funny that for all of the judges, I'm going to tell you right now, for me as well, it came down to your abilities to make a woman come for both of you. And I'm going to say, I was rooting for Claire the whole time just because of my instant bias until you said you had never made a woman come. But without even speaking to each other, the other judge and I agreed on something. When you said that women can make squirt art, I don't care how good you can squirt, you can't make art on a canvas like you can with jizz, okay? So I also don't think that you're making women come, man. So I'm giving it to Claire as well tonight.
All right, let's paint it white. But it's not up for the judges right now. It's up for the audience. Who do you think is the masturbator of this debate? Is it Claire? Is it Eliza? How do you guys like your first debate? Like it? All right. Let me get a little salute.
A salute.
1 minute.
Smooth.
One audience vote. I don't know who won.
Now,
You're gonna
it's
say
time
who
for
won?
Yeah, who won? Based on the
I think
audience
it's the
vote.
audience. Eliza, right?
Eliza won. Eliza the next debate.
Also, you can very much feel when a woman comes on your fingers, and you guys haven't had enough gay sex.
I've made
We
women
just
come
smell our
smell its
fingers.
mouth. Just not mouth come yet.
Show
We
us.
just smell our fingers. All right. Now it's time for our second debate. Give it up for Eliza and Claire. All right, now making their way to the podium. This man is a native New Yorker. He's related to the NBA Hall of Famer Magic Johnson. He only met him once at an autograph signing where they bonded. Every time he feels down, he always says to himself he can live through anything if Magic made it. And another little interesting tidbit about him, he almost went on a double date with Lindsay Lohan and Raven Simone.
What?
Let's give it up for the one and only Wayne Charles, everybody.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think people got like a little question. I think people are interested about how you almost went on a double date with Lindsay and Raven.
Oh, you don't care about Magic fighting HIV and winning? No? Okay. Motherfucker's a fucking damn near billionaire. Long story short, my friend used to screw Raven Simone before she became Eliza. And she was roommates with Lindsay Lohan for a very short time. This is true Disney stories. Look that shit up. Don't take my word for it. And I was going to go on a double date with Lindsay. And my boy fucked it up because he thought he wasn't Nick Cannon enough. Long story short, I didn't get the fuck Lindsay Lohan.
Alright.
Honestly, good for you, dude.
This is old school Lindsay. This is like the fucking car movie Lindsay. This wasn't like.
Freckled baby.
You don't want to be part of this.
No, I
You
was
don't
not-
want any flaming piss, okay?
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
you
that's
know.
safe to say. Alright. Now, our next debater making her way to the podium. She has been in the Boston Comedy Festival. She is a native New Yorker. She runs a show at Young Ethel's in Brooklyn every third Sunday at 8 p.m. Let's give it up for Rebecca Kaplan, everybody. All right, now the two topics that they decided on one is kind of timely, which is better, Halloween or Christmas, and should women shave or they should be unshaven? Now the audience, which one do you like? You want Halloween versus Christmas, or women shaven versus unshaven?
Halloween versus Christmas.
Halloween. All right. Trick or treat, let's start this up. Halloween versus Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, rock.
I'm ready for
paper,
this.
scissors on who goes first.
I was gonna be a gentleman, but okay.
Cut your shit.
Yes.
All right, let's
All
start with Wayne. Let's
We
start
know
the
that
debates.
debate
Let's
already.
get canceled, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm about to fucking take this L. I actually am drinking. This is drunk debates, not sober conversations. Motherfucker.
Right or wrong. Yeah.
Straight. God damn it. I'm not gonna do the usual thing about Jesus' birthday. That's religious based. But we're gonna go there. Halloween is actually religious based. Okay, it's All Hallows Eve. The next day is All Saints Day. All right, Jesus trumps those saints. God damn it, I'm slurring my words. Who gives a fuck? And Halloween is racist. I can say that as the only black man here. God damn it, because that's the only night that motherfuckers can dress up to act like they look like me. Think about it. All right? You think you're doing a fucking service by saying you're the Black Panther? You ain't the Black Panther, motherfucker. You're being low-key racist. But you're paying homage at the same time. Shout out to the white guy in the front right there, smiling. Yeah, got good teeth. Motherfucker got an orthodontist. I love that shit. All right? Jolly old Saint Nick is a fucking pedophile. We know this shit. He's a pedophile. Okay? But he's an imaginary pedophile. Larry, the fucking next door neighbor, he's a real pedophile. He's handing out candy to your kids. Christmas is way better. I got notes and my phone was closed. Can we do a little moment where I do my pin?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The food. Come on now, the fucking food. The food. You told me you're Jewish, right? How good is the Chinese food on Christmas Day?
Delicious.
It's amazing.
You can get Chinese food anytime.
No. It's prepared better when no one else wants it. It's fresh for you. And you know what you rhymes with? The point is.
Oh shit.
The point is, do you want candy corn and pumpkin pie? You want good Chinese food. That was a Jewish related joke. All right, we're not going to the conflict going on right now. This is strictly about Halloween and Christmas. And they waste eggs, at least in the hood. I don't know about white people's fucking Christmas. But in the hood, they waste eggs and they throw them shits at you on Christmas Day. You know what we use eggs for? No, not on Christmas Day. On Halloween. In the week leading up to it. On Christmas Day, we use the eggs for cakes. And other things that eggs are made for. I don't cook, so I don't know what else eggs are made for. But guess what? They don't peg you with fucking eggs on Christmas. That's why it's better. Anyone here been around Puerto Ricans in New York? No? I'm an New Yorker. Coquito! Coquito! Look it up, Coquito. If you're lactose intolerant, go first. Why is my mic going out? I'm being sabotaged by some Halloween motherfuckers. On Christmas Day. I don't know why I'm yelling.
You don't need a mic.
I know, I've been drinking, fuck y'all. Coquito's better. Fuck your pumpkin lattes. Bless you. Gesundheit. And the music. Come on now. And don't you say Thriller, because half of y'all, wrapping it up. Wrap me up! I'm done. Fuck that. I made my point. Christmas is better. Fuck y'all.
All right, Jolly O Wayne. All right, now let's give it up. Rebecca, you have a 30-second rebuttal.
Okay. Waste eggs on Halloween. Talk about your food waste on Christmas. All that popcorn stringing on the trees, the candy canes uneaten. Did you guys know, like, Willie, did you know that when Christian people make gingerbread houses, they don't eat them?
That's messed up.
I found this out recently. Like, you guys just let them, you make these delicious treat houses and then you let them sit on your shelves and gather dust and then you throw them away like monsters. Jewish people know the value of good earned food. Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Very good rebuttal. And now let's give it up for Claire.
Woo!
All right. Sorry. That double shot kicking in.
It's okay. I mean, if you guys want, I can talk about why you should date men, even though I don't. Although actually, as a woman whose boyfriend is the same size as her and has an eating disorder, I feel like that debate was very gendered.
That's true.
I'm sorry. No, you got. All right. So, man, Christmas. Talk about like the tyranny of joy. You know, like we're like. Why have a day where everyone must be joyful? That's on Halloween. You can be whatever you want to be. You know, like if you want to be afraid, great, more power to you. If you want to be happy, great. There's candy. Why shouldn't you be happy? If you want to be sad, of course, sad. There's dead people. Oh my God. Also, you're yourself every day of the year. Being yourself sucks. Like, you know, it's like one day a year where you can be anyone you want.
And that's, and maybe who you want to be is a store-bought Halloween costume from Ricky's. Maybe who you want to be is an obscure book character from the 1960s children's book, Carbonell, the King of Cats. Maybe, but whoever you want to be.
Who is that?
It's
He's the king of cats.
He's the king of
Carbonell.
cats. That was my Halloween costume when I was 10. Yeah, there's. You can have candy. Also, I think Christmas candy kind of sucks, right? Like you're limited to like peppermint stuff, candy canes. On Halloween, you can have your pick of any candy you want, and it's free. Like, what other day? This is like Halloween is the only day in America that you're ever gonna get something free from your neighbors. That's something to celebrate. We don't have socialized healthcare in this country. What we have is that if you dress up a toddler in a little costume and take them around, you will get some free milk duds, and I think we should celebrate that. Also, Christmas so exclusionary. Like, anybody could celebrate Halloween. I mean, some people don't for religious reasons, but that's silly, right? Like, I'm sorry, but if you actually believe in that witchcraft is a serious threat right now, I think maybe you should have to sit out a national holiday. I don't know. Is that too, okay? What else can I say? There's the better, so many better movies, right? Like Nightmare Before Christmas. What? Like Jack Skellington, obviously the hero of that movie, right? He saved Halloween, and I don't know. To be honest, I didn't know what the format of this was going to be, and I don't have 2.5 minutes. So Tim's gonna stop.
All right, that's a rebuttal, everybody. Maureen, you got 30 seconds as a rebuttal. Go ahead.
If I gave out candy canes to everybody right now, they would accept that while we were watching Home Alone or Die Hard, a true Christmas movie, okay? Christmas is way fucking better. There's gifts, okay? There's no razor blades in the gifts. Christmas is way better. Remember that. Over and out.
Okay, just on that note, Wayne, like, how do you feel about sitting on Santa's lap?
I love it.
I mean, my butt isn't as big as it used to be, so not much poke action as it once was. So I'm cool with it.
All right, never stop the stocking. All right. All right. So, let's go. Let's give it up to the judges now. Come on, what's your thoughts?
Great job to both you guys. I like the different approaches that you guys took, because Wayne, you went straight to like, Halloween is for pedophiles.
It is.
And then Rebecca was like, I'm depressed. Just like see the different ways you guys can. I thought Rebecca had the stronger rebuttals, because your point about throwing away the gingerbread houses, that's totally true. And then Wayne, your rebuttal, you just kept saying like Christmas is way better, so that's not as like substantial.
No candy cane for you.
Yeah, but she's right. Who wants a candy cane really? Does anyone? Yeah, see,
corn?
they don't. That's where you lost me. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with Rebecca. But great job to both of you guys.
All right. Really?
You both made me laugh, so you're both winners in my book. But I gotta say this. First of all, I don't think Jesus is, whether it was real or not, I don't know him. I don't celebrate the birthdays of people I don't know. That's a little weird. So that's how I'm basing my decision. Jesus is not my friend. Thank you.
All right, so Rebecca, I love you. I love your small, dysmorphic boyfriend. You're amazing people. And that is why I will pray to my Lord that the witches don't get you. So here's the deal. There's a few things that happen here that I'm clearly giving this one to Wayne. First off, I feel like he really talked about what made Christmas good. And you, while you talked about what you hated about Christmas, I didn't feel like you were talking about what you loved about your side. I feel like you were too busy saying what you hated about the other side. So I feel like you missed that on the point. And the other thing too is, he is clearly drunk. I don't think you're drunk at all. Did you miss this part of the setup? If you are as drunk as him, I would like you to try and touch your nose right now. I think both of you should try and do the nose touch to see if you are both drunk. Because I'm gonna say I'm not sure if this woman is drunk right now. See, look at that. I told him to touch his nose, he touched his ears. Even if he's lying to us, we're in an improv space. That's acceptable.
Hey, but somebody needs a designated driver, right? That's what I'm
So yeah, so this one I'm gonna definitely give this one up to Wayne because I feel like you advocated Christmas, and all y'all talking about how you don't like candy canes. What about peanut brittle? That slaps. Peanut brittle slaps, just like Jesus. Yay! Yeah, you should have brought the peanut brittle.
Is peanut brittle a Christmas thing?
Yeah.
Really?
You're saying
Peppermint bark? Is that what we're talking about?
Peanut brittle
That is a good
is
point. I don't know. That is better than
We're doing your job for you.
You
Wait.
gave me the one vote. I appreciate
That
it.
sounds like somebody AARP buys on a regular basis. That's exactly what that sounds like. All right, folks. So are we for Christmas?
Yeah.
Do we have any people here of the Jewish faith?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Do not raise your fucking hand. Someone asked, are you Jewish? No matter who you are. That's just survival. Thank you.
And are we for Halloween? It was definitely a treat, not a trick. Give it up for your debaters.
Put on the stool, it'll fall.
And now, making their way to the podium, you might have seen this person perform at the Laugh Factory, Comic Strip, Live, New York Comedy Club, Broadway Comedy Club, The Stand. He told me he was blessed by Dave Chappelle, but he didn't specifically tell me what way. Let's give it up for the one, the only, Stephen Pantelias. So Stephen, how were you blessed by Dave Chappelle?
Kinda. Yeah, it was. Yes, I was.
There's multiple meanings for that. That's why I'm asking. How
Not
were you
in that
blessed?
way. No, I'm not saying. Nah, he definitely gave me his blessing. Like, he told me to prove myself, and the second that I do, and his team, one of his team members notices me, to mention it to him, and he'll be more than happy to join the stage.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. So, yeah.
Alright, right on. And now for his opponent, who's the creator and star of TV with Big T. And even though he's born and raised in Queens, he is not as racist as people think just by looking at him. Yeah. And he is not a stranger to drunk debates, people. Big T comes in with an undisputed record of 2-0. Usually we're going to do 2 topics with this one, but I think this one will sum it up right here. Which is better, cocaine or alcohol? All right? Are you guys ready to debate? Let's debate. Woo!
Who goes first?
Odds and evens.
1 or 2?
You guys really don't know what odds and evens are?
I have no idea.
All right, rock, paper, scissors.
I don't
Jesus
know that
Christ.
game, but
Rochambeau.
No, you gotta like one.
Nobody knows how to do rock, paper, scissors tonight.
The says, I think the says is, I grew up in
1,
the
2,
says.
3, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah,
Okay,
rock, paper,
one,
scissors.
One,
Rock,
two,
paper,
three,
scissors
go.
says shoot. Yeah, ready? Rock, paper, scissors says shoot. Okay. So,
I grew up in the says. The
does
says
he go
game.
first or I go first?
Who won?
He won.
All right, you
I'll
pick.
go first.
All right, so we're going to start with Big T and why cocaine is good. Woo!
We partiers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, so go proud, right? Yeah. Now where the fuck did that? Where did the producers come? How great is that sexy bitch? Come on, it's the best. Listen, we have a fucking country full of fatzos. They need cocaine, not fucking Coca-Cola. That's killing this country. Maybe they'll run around the fucking block. These fatzos. And I know, I look in the room. I know I'm a fat fuck, sorry. You know, like, this guy doesn't own a mirror. He's probably doing all the cocaine on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing. It saved my life. I was in the hole from gambling, getting sued, punching people in the face. And I was like, no, I was selling cocaine at the time, the beautiful lady. I said, no, I'm staying in all weekend. I'm gonna fucking answer every phone call. And I started feeling better. I started feeling better about myself. You know, I stopped drinking, turned my life around from coke fucking cane. Are you kidding me? Like, it can happen. It gets a bad reputation. They got it so bad they put fentanyl in it. The people stop like, no, we'll buy strips. It's a beautiful thing. You guys don't do cocaine? The amount of people that cocaine done off my tits, off my head. I had a whole family in the neighborhood except for the mother and the sister off my fucking tits. It brings people together. It's an amazing thing. And listen, what does the Surgeon General say? Oh, we should fucking raise our heart rate. What? Exercise that called? 3 times a week? Right? Get the Surgeon General involved. I don't want the government involved, but we need to okay it so people feel safe about it. You know what I mean? You can get it from me or you can get it from the government. But listen, you're different, he's different, I'm different. 3 times a week. I may get 1.4, you might get a 0.8, you might get a gram. And listen, I know this is anti-drinking, but you know what? Red wine's good for you. 2 glasses of wine with your cocaine. No, it's good for your heart. Now we're going to elevate our heart rate just enough. Scientific, what?
Doctor approved.
Yes, doctor approved. Elevate our heart rate just enough to trick our brain that thinks that we're working out as we're enjoying some red wine. And I'm talking about longevity, people. You know what I mean? Like, done right, cocaine can save our lives. This is what we need in this more. Listen, like, M&M and cocaine, the only thing that white things bring together. You know what I mean? People together. You know, like, everything else, anti-white, cocaine, I'll put it in my body, in my nose, in my gum. Like, listen, a couple times a week, we're going to raise our heart rate, trick our brain into thinking we're working out, the red wine, and we'll see you guys at the finish line with the cocaine. I love cocaine.
Hell of a drug. Woo! All right, now let's give it up for Steven with his 30-second rebuttal.
What, about alcohol?
No.
This man needs some cocaine.
Somebody's clearly been
What do
drinking.
I got? What is I'm new to this. What do I got to do right now?
You tell him, why you don't think cocaine is good for you.
But I don't think cocaine is good for you. Let's just put it this way. One time, I went out with my boss after work, and we ended up having drinks. And we actually talked a lot, and he liked me so much. He says, yo, you're a good guy, I want to make you my assistant. And then he actually ended up promoting me. If it was with cocaine and instead of drinks, I would have been sniffing a line off his dick and got fired the next day. That's number 1.
All right, so we probably know what your rehab story would have been if you skied. Okay, fair enough. Now, let's start off with your debate. Well, why is alcohol better?
I love alcohol, man. It sucks to say this as I'm sober right now, but ever since I went sober, my life went downhill. You ever hear anybody fucking say that? Like, first of all, let's go to the nightclubs. Dancing, right? You can't go to a club. Imagine a bunch of sober people dancing with each other. You ever seen that? Like, you can't go to a black club and see black people dancing on each other to reggae sober. You gotta be fucked up. Like, I remember I went up to a black girl and I tried dancing with her, and she went, what's up? And I was sober, and I went, okay. You give me 2 shots of Hennessy, I am rumpin' jumping that baby. And it's just so much more of an elevated feeling when you're on alcohol, man. You know, it's a slow shutdown process of the brain and of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. I remember one time I was hanging out with this girl, and I met her on POF, and she ended up showing up, and she looked like Chris Farley. She ended up looking like Chris Farley. You guys know who Chris Farley is? Yeah. Saturday Night Live, the guy that passed away, huge fat guy.
Lives in a van down by the river.
I got catfished by a woman that ended up looking like Chris Farley. I drank till she was a 10. Or at least she looked like Amy Schumer. And it was worth it. Do I keep going?
You still got time.
I still got time. Alcohol is even mentioned in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? How many times they say, it's good to drink, but not get drunk. Jesus Christ turned frickin' water into wine, not a fucking 8-ball.
That's the Colombians.
Yeah, let's bring it back to old school entertainment. If you guys go to a sports event, are you guys going to want to sniff a line, or are you guys going to want to drink a beer? Yeah. What do you guys want to do? Be honest.
Not good sport.
Huh?
Maybe both.
Not good sport.
Yes, whatever. But like I said, I'm a wrestling fan. As I'm sitting down watching wrestling, I don't want to sit there sober and go, yay, suplex. Hell no, I'm going, fuck him up, man, as I'm fucking drunk, man. It releases emotions. You go out and have beers with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get endorsed by, like, as a comedian, imagine getting endorsed by Bud Light. I'm not talking about that other Bud Light. You know what I'm saying? That whole fucking bad stuff that ended up happening where people
But you get endorsed by a beer company.
But you get endorsed by a beer company, that's fucking awesome, man. You get rich. You get endorsed by cocaine, fucking El Chapo's peoples are after you. So yeah, that's a little bit right there. It's at birthday parties, at funeral parties, at orgy parties, you name it. Alcohol's there, man. It makes everything better, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, that was that.
All right. Now, Big T, you got your rebuttal for this?
Yeah, listen, you talk about alcohol with your boss, like you're doing coke off his dick. That's from drinking. But if you get enough coke, he wouldn't have been able to fuck you in your ass. Like coke saved the day. How many times we end up like, you know what? I'm getting a hooker, drunk. You know, I'm gonna have unprotected sex with the fucking aforementioned hooker. You know, you're doing coke. You're slapping linguini fucking over your belly. It saves lives. You know what I mean? Like it almost ruined mine with the linguini dick. Like I got a girl pregnant using my index finger as a fucking splint. I can't naturally get you pregnant, but if I'm coked up and use my index finger as a fucking splint, okay? Besides that, I wouldn't be here. You know, good or bad. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel with that. I would have been dead. You know, cocaine saved my life. Like, let's get some. We can do it off my tits all night long. You guys on board? No?
Hey, he got some nice areolas. Yeah. All right. So let's give it up for our two debaters. Let's give it up for Big T. Let's give it up for Steven. So, what are we for? Cocaine or alcohol? What do you guys think?
Don't we have to do something first?
Absolutely.
Just gotta get this man some cocaine.
Oh, well, first of all, I just want to say I like that you seem like you're on cocaine right now. It lends a lot of credibility to your argument, so I like that. I also want to say, before we started the debate, if you had asked me who would be pro-cocaine and who would be pro-alcohol, I definitely would have had it flipped the other way around. So it's fine you guys are like defying stereotypes, I like that. Okay, yeah, so you seem like you're on coke and you're pro-coke. You're sober, you know, so it's like he's clearly so much more passionate about his argument. So, and you said a few things, like, have you tried cocaine?
Nah.
No, I knew it. You were talking
For the record, a lot of people think I'm lying about that.
No, I can tell you haven't, because you were like, yeah, I drank till she was a 10. If you do cocaine, you'll fuck anything. So, like, that just didn't line up for me, so for all those reasons, I'm gonna have to give it to Big T. But great job.
I've also never done cocaine, so I'm a little biased right here. My friends are not that cool. However, I will say that you did say it brings people together, and that was a little heartwarming, so you got points for that. I will say, I think that hearing a pro-alcohol speech from someone who is now sober is probably the greatest endorsement any drug could ever have. Because everyone who still drinks, they'll be like, I kind of like drinking, it's okay. But someone who used to drink and doesn't anymore is like, yeah, it was too good. Yeah. So, you have my vote, Steve.
First off, cheers to you both. This was definitely one of the most fun of the night. You guys both really, really brought it. It was hilarious. So, like, seriously, if we can clap it up real quick, like, okay, like, you gotta love that drug where everybody has a mirror in their pocket, but no one can look at themselves in it. Seriously, man. So, Big T, one of the things that you did is you said that cocaine saved your life and brought you here. In this room right now, that's not a very strong argument. This is the dream? Okay. Yeah, one of the things that I loved about Big T, though, is that really what he was doing is he was just a doctor in 1890. Cocaine, y'all, it's grand. Put it in your soda, it'll make you healthy. So I fucking love that energy. Nobody saw that, right? That never happened. That's stoner smooth. That's my promotion for weed, is spilling things everywhere. All right, but yeah, Steven, your rebuttal, I think, was the strongest of the night. Nobody wants to suck dick in a bathroom unless they really want to suck dick in a bathroom. So, like, saying that was strong. You were so funny. You were solid on every point. One of the funniest things is, like, making the joke about taking a fucking Chris Farley to a Schumer. I'm sure there's a lot of women that wish that they had the coke or alcohol that could take you from Frodo to Momoa. So, like, you know, bitches be feeling that. But no, seriously, you were really, really funny. You were really solid, spot on. You hit all the things that we were supposed to judge on tonight. But 100%, I'm giving it up to Big T because you should have broken your sobriety and got drunk for this event. So I'm giving it to Big T. You should be drunk. All right.
And the thing with Big T ain't on coke. He just didn't take his high blood pressure medication.
Similar
So
effect.
now let's give it up for the debaters again, everybody. And now, are we for cocaine or are we for alcohol?
Which first?
Cocaine.
Okay. That's that
Alcohol.
white power right there.
Yeah, alcohol, motherfuckers.
Or alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
All right, give it 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Cocaine is the winner.
What?
I'm getting drunk.
Nah. I felt like that
Right
shit
now
is
we
rigged.
have 2 comics to go, and we have two debates to go as well. So if you guys just, we're gonna take a little break for a second. We'll start right back in about 5 minutes.
Did it stop recording? Thanks.
I love the other guy. He's football.
I appreciate it.
That's my guy. That's all I
Oh, we're good, Chief. Yep.
Stop in the middle?
Yeah, that's good.
Can I have my,
Oh, my bad.
no, you
My
can-
bad. That was not on purpose.
Oh, damn, that's like a 41-minute video. Holy shit.
I'm gonna be what? I'm the main event? Okay.
But the long time.
He's just not, like, yeah, I called him, like,
Fuck him.
I mean, it's up to you, Pat. If you know, pay me for it every time.
Enjoying the show, my man.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, these two did good. Y'all did really good.
Oh,
man.
thank you, man. It was funny, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
They brought it. Did their shit together.
You still looking for Baltimore?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
Hello.
Where is it? Where is
It's in here. It's just on a break, so everyone's out there.
What? It's on a break?
Yeah, it's like a halftime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was this year? How was the marriage?
Yeah. Well, Jamal Turner ain't coming, so I'm gonna take the Jamal Turner spot. How you doing? How you doing? My name is Jack. Ethan. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. Where are you from?
Originally?
Oh, okay. Here. What happened to when you're from New York?
Originally I'm from
What's
Albany, but I live in Brooklyn right
Oh,
now.
no, it's an intermission, I think.
No. Are you Polish or whatever?
I'm sorry, I don't want to do
Now I wanna know
this
what you're
division
pulling.
thing. This is the one judge that thought I was
I don't listen.
halfway
You'll have
decent of a
to,
yellow.
you'll have to keep my
See,
name.
I knew they were
Kind
right.
words.
It
I know
doesn't
you're
matter.
great too. Thanks
You
for
ran out
yeah,
of
no,
your
you're
way
great.
from Albany.
I'm actually drunk.
I know you had
Yeah,
one
yeah,
person
yeah,
thing
yeah.
following
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
wow,
that was.
I had a 4 hour.
Right. You're not from Alabama.
No.
So you understand something human.
Midtown.
Right? That's all I want to know. That's all
Oh,
I want.
yeah, no,
Listen
not-
to the
not
Northeast
too funny,
thing.
no.
Support, you know,
Right. Exactly.
baseball
That's
works
all.
and
No,
the more you have tech, more
Northeast
station,
town.
they got the
Yeah.
They're trying to keep that
No,
going.
yeah. I'm
So
from
I know
New
things and
York.
shit.
I'm from New
Yeah,
York.
let's keep drinking. I'm like, oh wait,
That's all I had. You know. I wasn't like, oh.
No.
Was
That
she
worked out
23?
perfect. Yeah, no one else was drunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit
But even if I wasn't drunk, I
What do you claim?
reputable
It's
more.
more.
I'm not that kind of guy where I'm like,
Yeah.
Right?
I'm always being,
You know, humble.
Yeah.
Like, my answer doesn't matter, but how?
different topic. I was ready for the spar.
Is it sweltering in here?
Yeah.
It is hot. It is hot.
Wait,
And
I got
I
In
like cold.
every room,
I like the hot. I
every
like.
room in Producers Club has its own unique smell.
Oh,
You can tell me.
that's beautiful.
It's raining. What am I touching?
I found you already.
Are you sure?
I think so.
No. Okay.
Are you ready for some laughter? Yeah.
I didn't prepare anything. No one told me anything about this show.
So you're supposed to, you and your opponent were supposed to pick two different topics
We
to
picked the
possibly
topics,
debate,
but
and then the audience is gonna pick between those two topics. They're gonna vote which one they
no,
want.
yeah, but they
So then you get
Yes.
the first person gets 3 minutes or whatever,
Okay.
and then the next person gets 30 seconds to rebut their argument.
Okay.
And then as soon as you finish rebutting that for 30 seconds, you go into your side, and then they get 30 seconds to rebut you.
Okay.
And then the judges all speak, and we just give an opinion. We don't actually count, we just give an opinion.
Okay.
And then the audience actually picks the winner.
All right.
Is that what we're here for?
Yeah.
When
I
you
didn't
lose a
prepare
job,
anything.
we're here for fucking fun.
Oh yeah.
I think you'll do great either way.
We'll see.
I believe in you.
Yeah. Wait.
I should tell Ashley. Oh, hi. Hello.
You were gonna meet me?
I'm here.
How are you?
I'm doing
No.
just lovely.
How you doing?
How are you?
My name is Jay. Willie. Willie. Nice
It's
to
not the
meet you.
Carolina
Willie. I like
City.
Hey, Willie,
What's your
you
real
voted,
name? It's not Willie.
William.
me and Willie got beef.
William's so
Whoa.
pretty.
But why
We
not
got
Bill?
beef.
But Willie.
I think Willie's cute.
I think Willie's better than Billy.
I like Willie.
Yeah, Willie's better than Billy, right? My cousin's named Billy.
Yeah, like I don't know the rules of the show. I'm like, oh, that's points for the right thing. I don't know if that's
I would Joe. Anyone.
I think that
That's how the
audience
topic
actually
started.
thinks
Yeah.
that's
So she
misogynist
chose
and
the
pick people
topic.
based on
So
Jesus.
she's like, I'm like, you
I'm a
want
little
to
worried. I was
go
leaning into an angle of people knew I was kidding. And they were looking at me like,
I
this
thought
is
we
an
were
actual
gonna do it. I was like,
misogyny.
well, by default, my religion, I guess I'll just do.
I was hoping that she would have to defend Christmas.
I was just like, I was in my therapy session with that true story, and my therapist goes,
All I
all
have
Halloween is religious based because
Your
all
therapist
saints.
I didn't know that.
I'm sorry, I
know you got
can't
a point.
see
That's why I
the
said it
session, but
quickly.
I'm working right now. Everybody has better health, right?
Yeah, it's all good, man. Fuck all this time.
Your
Anyway.
therapist. I missed you, remember earlier? My ears were ringing. Were you just talking about me?
I want to hear more.
By the way, we'll be.
I've done a whole
Things
set
are being
with my therapist.
recorded.
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
It's recording everything.
It's like a live
Patrick, we
stream?
love you. You're a king
I
amongst
didn't
men.
speak ill against anyone. I just
Damn, I gotta make sure my posture's
I
right.
was decided to do it. But I was gonna be like, you know where they don't celebrate Christmas? Palestine.
Hey man, they damn sure don't, but I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. I was like,
It's three of them all.
because they're actually like, yeah, no, they didn't mean anything.
You don't know that.
It's the Abrahamic religion.
There's one little peanut with the little Charlie Brown tree in Palestine. Just
I had Charlie Brown down here or something, but I didn't know. And Patrick hit me with the wrap it up. I was like, oh, this is 1 and 2.5.
That's the note I had. That's
Yo, that would be a dope Halloween costume for a black man to be Charlie Brown. Like, hey.
A lot of black browns.
See, because it would be a pun.
Alright, this is the note I took for you.
Oh, you running down? Shit.
Just one thing.
Come to critique
I just
that.
had a joke. I just had one joke.
He said,
He's got a tag.
Your nose is large,
It's not a
Negro.
critique, it's a tag.
Yeah,
It's a tag.
well.
What's the tag?
His argument was just. His argument is like the war in the Middle East, just confusing.
Where you want premature?
That
go
was
back
funny.
on what I
It
said.
was funny at the time.
That's usually how comedy works.
I know.
If you go back, I bet you see the problem was I didn't have no candy canes for y'all. All y'all would have took was fucking candy canes. You know it's true.
I did forget to mention that was one other thing I was going to give you credit for is that you were doing crowd work to try and win over the audience. If you would have given them candy, that would have been
Like
pretty
one
It looks
cool.
like I got
That would push me over the edge for
I was gonna come with a
Yeah.
Christmas hat, but I didn't feel like going to the costume store. So
Like
that
what?
was
Yeah, because if there's one thing you can't find right now, it's a costume in a store.
Yeah, but I didn't want to spend the money because I'm struggling in these streets.
You could have kept a tag on it and returned it 2 hours later when this was over.
I feel like
You could have given that.
No, he was gonna sell me the refrigerator, but that's fine.
Hilarious.
No, then play it off when I do it
Oh,
like that.
I was ready
Yo,
because I wanted
Matt,
to give y'all
your
candy
fucking
corn.
organizational skills.
My buddy-
You're gonna be next. You're gonna be next.
My buddy did a comedy
Cool, cool.
show.
Then I'm gonna
My
go
buddy
back.
did a comedy show and got paid
And
$3,000.
then I'll end it with the comment.
Right.
You said candy corn.
Yo, you're doing a fucking great job. Yo,
Just now you
No,
said candy.
candy, wait.
I gotta give it to you, man. You hosting this shit like amazing.
Yeah.
Candy cane is Christmas.
Yeah, you said candy corn a second ago, but your side was Christmas.
Right, but I would hand out candy canes.
Right, but you said
No
candy.
matter
It
what,
doesn't
I would
matter.
hand out a shit that looked like this.
If you don't want
a
us
weird
to be the
crooked
main
crooked
Cane.
stick.
Cane.
And you would have sucked on the fucking candy cane. And I would have given you candy cane with flavor. They have a different flavor.
Okay.
So you put on your Christmas tree,
Alright.
which is
Is
naturally
Ashley
just
around?
very clean as fuck.
I'll start.
We doing
Or-
drunk debates.
Here's some candy corn.
You know what I'm doing.
I'd be
You
way
see
more into
that.
the candy corn.
Right there,
that's what I'm saying.
You
boom.
want candy corn over candy cane?
Got lit.
Yes, I don't care about candy.
How do you feel about
I don't know, I didn't drink this whole thing.
I would.
I was sharing most of this with homeless people.
I love
I was passing it back and
So
forth,
your palate
drinking
is
it,
more to
you know,
sugary
just hanging out with homeless people.
weirdness.
So I didn't drink this whole
I
bottle.
mean, it was
Still,
fine.
I'm still lit, as you could tell.
Candy
That's
cane
the
is
point.
like sticky.
See,
You know?
I don't like the black.
everyone likes.
I don't like
Where's
candy
my
corn.
hair, guys?
I don't like candy corn.
You like candy corn?
I don't like candy corn either.
course
But
you do.
I would rather have candy corn. than candy.
We're recording.
Yeah.
That's just a giant binge.
Whatever, I can edit
It's
that.
sticky. It's
If you could drunkenly debate back in the Prince room,
You see what the
Mr.
fuck
Monroe,
is happening?
we're ready to begin the debates again in
What
the
happened
Prince
to drunk
room.
debates?
Should I move?
If
it?
We're all
everyone
drunk,
producers
and then we're gonna
could,
debate.
yeah.
could please
All
move
the
You
time.
would turn down a snickerdoodle?
They're debating in the
I love
bar.
snickerdoodles in the
They
holiday.
debating in the hallway. You got people debating right there. But right now, the real debate is happening right here. Because the judges right there, they judging the debate. This is a real debate.
You're helping my point. The tree
Fuck politicians and, you know, this is the real debate. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better tune in. You guys have to tune in every motherfucking
No,
week.
he said that.
My manager's just
Christmas tree
Patrick Walsh, drunk debates, every motherfucking week. We got judges. She don't fuck around. She does not fuck around.
I disagree on
She
the
judges shit. She calls it out the way she sees
See
it.
that? See that? I got white people backtracking. I'm doing my job.
Trust me, she gonna light me up.
Excuse me, why are you giving me advice?
Because it was in my life.
What's up? Welcome to Drunk Debate, guys. Let her know. This is Drunk Debate, guys.
Welcome back to Drunk Debates. If everybody can please make their way to their seats, and we will begin drunk debating again. Thank you again for drunk debating.
I'm fine, sorry. I'm stone studying.
All right, are you guys ready to start the second half of Drunk Debates, everybody? Woo! All right. Now it's time for our co-main event of the evening. Making his way down to the podium. It's his first debate. He's been adopted by Anglo-Saxons. He is currently in college, and a nice little interesting tidbit about him: he still wets the bed. And he still has a show this Saturday right here at the Producers Club at 7 p.m. and Sunday 7 p.m. as well at Combat Zone. Let's give it up for Calder Stokes, everybody.
They're not. Are they connected? Are they wireless? Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
So this bed wedding, this has been going on for how long?
Yeah, dude, it's been fucked just like my whole life. Like literally, like I would like go to my grandparents' house. Like they have a Confederate flag in their basement. Yeah, like Anglo-Saxon. Yeah, it's fucked. But yeah, used to wet the bed there, at home, anywhere, bro. I'm wetting the bed.
They never give you the pens?
No, they gave me like fucking like diapers and shit when I was a young boy. Yeah. But like I still, dude, pissed through those too. Dude, extreme pisser.
Extreme pisser, but I hope you make that into laughter.
Niagara Falls.
All right, you're gonna piss us with laughter. And now, for our second debater, J. Crew. He trains pets for a living. I'm pretty sure as soon as he speaks, you know he loves to have a little drink and loves to debate. And his father stole his refrigerator and he's looking for to buy it back. Let's give it up for Jay Cruz, everybody.
Motherfuckers don't pay their election bill out here.
J. Crew is sponsored by Jameson Irish Whiskey. It makes the good days go good and the bad days go bad. All right, this one you guys just met right now. And you're going on an improv debate. What time do you guys shows?
Yeah. One more time. Ask the question.
I know the fucking debate, but I'm not.
What's the topic?
Yeah, we're talking about homelessness in LA and New York.
Yeah! And you know what's crazy? He's New York and you're LA.
It's gonna get live.
All right, so let's do a little rock, paper, scissors.
Rochambeau. If you're a real gambler, rock, paper, scissors is called Rochambeau, guys. This worth $10,000. Huh?
Says shoe or shoe?
I don't know.
Rock, paper,
What
scissors,
language
says
are you
shoe.
speaking?
Rock, paper, scissors, says shoe.
Rock,
Do it before the Jameson kicks in. Too much.
You fucked me up.
Go first.
All right.
Yep, you're the first.
For New York homelessness, let's give it up for Jay Cruz. Mr. Unhoused.
Listen, for one, give it up for yourselves, guys. You out here on a fucking Thursday night. Like, you don't have to work on a Friday. I love that shit. They're gonna be half hangover when you guys get home tomorrow. That's amazing. That's cool. For one, I love him. But do you really respect his white guy impression? You know what I mean? The way, you know what I mean? Let's talk about the real stuff.
Don't act like a homeless person. Come on, go with the debate. Let's rock.
That's my man. I love him. He's a fucking new Bob Barker over here. He's just a great host. But anyways, he's talking about homelessness in New York versus LA, down Rodeo Drive, having a good time. One, the weather doesn't compare. You know how many homeless people are gonna die this winter on trying to sleep on 42nd Street? This is a bad subject. She's over here like, oh, that's fucking horrible. Who gives a fuck about it? You pass 20 homeless people like, oh my God, all day today. And most of them are on drugs. And we're not talking about the migrants, right? Let's give it up for the migrants over here. I'm pro-migrant. Yeah, I know, it doesn't sound like that. I'm actually not a fucking conservative. My voice sounds like it. I'm not. I'm actually a moderate. I love both sides, right? Unlike this guy over here, he's definitely a liberal, right?
Yeah, boo.
All right, talk about why your friends are better, we're better on a house in New York than they are in LA.
You're not going to do all that. Listen, we're talking about homeless people here. Not the housing crisis.
Unhoused, street vultures, whatever you want to call them. Come on.
I wish this motherfucker went first. I know what he's going to say, but I don't have any rebuttal. Oh, you're going to give me a rebuttal, no? This is a drunk debate, right?
But Jesus
it's
Christ.
no fucking surprise that I'm fucking drunk and can't stay on track.
But hey,
let's not fucking.
How many good deals do you get from homeless people in New York City? Come on, they furnish your apartment.
I think it would help us all to know which team is he on.
Exactly.
Thank you. Just tell him
New
to
York, New York.
New York.
Bro, homeless in New York. Thank you.
Homelessness in New York is better?
Yes.
No, it's more
You get better deals.
You know what? He has a good fucking point. I wasn't prompted on this horse shit. Like, what's that? I was thinking it was more rough. Like, what's more rough?
Yeah, that's what they think.
Right? Like, New York homelessness, listen, you got the winter to deal with. These motherfuckers chill. For one,
We don't need tents, we just use cardboard.
exactly, and blankets and shit like that. You need a sleeping bag. It's expensive to be homeless in New York. Okay, you go into Venice Beach, right? These motherfuckers are brawling, right? I went to Venice Beach. They work out and shit. They're not the same homeless people. They like the heroin addicts and shit like that, but it's cool. What is the rent in New York?
All right, it doesn't matter. I think that's enough for me. Woo! Now, Danny got 30 seconds for your
Time
rebuttal.
for a rebuttal. First and foremost, I want to introduce myself to the crowd and just make this a safe space. Do you mind if I ask what your pronouns are? In the pink. Ethan. What are your pronouns?
Oh, okay. He, him. I guess
Yeah, and-
that's felt weird.
And he called you a she.
He's drunk, clearly.
But that has some measure to it.
And some double.
Yes. And then second of all, what I'll have to say about like the toughness and stuff is Alicia Keys in a song, she said about New York, she said, concrete jungles are what dreams are made of. Now you're in New York, New York, New York. LA is a fucking desert, bro. And that's all that it is. You know? It's just real, just okay.
That's his rebuttal.
Yeah.
All right, now let's make your point why LA homeless people are tougher than New York people.
Yeah, well, it's a
2.5
real
minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a real crazy juxtaposition if you think about it. First of all, yeah, because like if you think about it, brother, man, like first of all, LA, we're prone to fires and stuff. I don't know how you're homeless and you run from a fire. It's a tough day, Long Beach, bro. Second of all, floods, prone to floods, bro. It's a real tsunami situation in that shit, you know. And then also, like if you think about it, you know, mention like LA Homo sapiens and stuff. They're dicks. Nobody's like giving money and shit to homeless people in LA. Like we're a lot nicer. Like even though I like didn't give $1 to this brother that was like walking by me because I was smoking a cig. He was like, "Do you have a cig?" I was like, "Yeah, do you want one?" He was like, "No, I want $1." I was like, "I'm not giving you $1. I'll give you a cig, but not $1." And with these prices, brother, man, it's OD. Like a cigarette's worth more than $1. And then speaking back to LA, bro, Kendrick Lamar, "To Pimp a Butterfly," one of the songs was "How Much $1 Costs." Dude, $1 costs less than a cigarette, and he was willing to take $1. That says something. Then let me look at more notes and stuff. Yeah, dude, and also there's like a communal aspect in LA that there's not in like New York, which you would maybe say like, oh, it's tougher in New York because everybody's doing it alone. But there's this song by Drake where it's like, started from the bottom, now we're here. So everybody in LA is starting from the bottom and communal in the bottom, and then the roof is still the bottom because they're all together. Like they're not doing anything more than that. And I feel like that's, if I'm realistically speaking, you know, that's a long day for all these brothers, bro. Because anywhere the ceiling is, it's still the bottom. But in New York, you're on your own grind. You know, you go on the train. Dude, public transportation. New York is like the fucking mecca of just fucking public transportation. You can jump the turnstile, you can do anything, and it's a good place to sleep, you know? But then you're on, like, in LA and stuff, you can't take that shit, bro. You're gonna get stabbed, you're gonna get murked. And also, bro, like, New York, it's very compact, you know? People are always seeing shit, so you can't do really devious shit and not get caught for it. But LA, it's real vast, it's real just spacious, you know? And so everybody's like, you can go into an alley, there's alleys and shit, there's just fucking places you can be and just do devious shit, like fucking stabbing and shit. But that doesn't happen in New York. New York's very like just everybody, like somebody's gonna be like a fucking, you know, there's bystanders, but there's pro-standers as well. You know, you see some devious shit and you're like, no, please don't do that, sir. That's uncalled for in this situation. But that doesn't happen in LA, man. And again, bro, yeah.
Alright, good point.
Please rebuttal.
But real quick though, I think it's safe to say homeless people, they have no ceiling. That's fact. Now, Jay, you got 30 seconds to rebuttal.
Now you see what I mean about that white guy impression he tries to do. Really? New York City, LA is more spread out. One, your cops are trash. New York City cops we have to stop. We have to violate the Constitution in order to like do police work over here. The whole Fourth Amendment, Second Amendment, sure, doesn't exist here.
What about the homeless?
You know what? I'm a native New Yorker. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about the homeless.
Okay, all right. Let's give it up for Jay, everybody.
It's a fucking just like you.
All right. Give it up for your debaters real quick. All right, give it up for Jay Calder. All right, now let's hear from our judges. Let's go with Caroline.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fun choice of topic, guys. Really just feeling ready to party. Jay, so this is the drunk debate show. You definitely focus on the drunk part. Good for you, I like it. Yeah, I don't know. This was fun and sad and back and forth a lot. Color, I liked your passion, like you were just standing up over him, just like, this is why I'm so that was fun, I liked that. And then Jay, I really liked your rebuttal when you just go, really? It's like, that's how I did, so I like that. I don't know, we all lost. I really liked just the darkness, Jay, with which you said, I don't care about the homeless people. So I'm going to give it to you for that reason. But
no, my man, my girl. Thank you.
Yeah, strictly speaking, I don't know what the fuck either of you were talking about. I really lost the whole time. I was not in the pit. I was like, okay, this is what team. No, he's arguing for the other. I was very confused at any given time. However, I do have an answer. So, I want to start by saying, I feel like being homeless anywhere probably fucking sucks. So it's a tough thing to start. And so I will say, Jay, you said, there's a quote, this is a bad subject. Agreed. that is the only salient point. And I will say, this is an unfortunate thing, but the fact that you said, you were honest, you said, I don't give a fuck about the homeless, that is also, unfortunately, an honest and true thing. It seems like you said, yeah, get over yourself. It really did feel like it was like a primary debate, and you had not done your research, but you were both going for the middle. And I think you should give yourself a pat on the back for that. So,
I found out about this 5 minutes ago.
Yes, Jay, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, I take a nice call there.
It's empty. It's empty. Trust me.
You also dropped the mic. So
it's hardcore. I know where it came from. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just.
Sit down.
I love it. First off, you said that our New York City homeless do not work out. That's like a Venice Beach thing. I just want to say, have you not seen that clown?
Yo,
our homeless work out. Have you not seen that clown? Everybody who has not seen the terrifying
homeless
clown,
guy
just wait.
out of 1 million.
Very few, you're going to see the terrifying clown and you're going to go, oh, because those of us that know. Yeah, okay. Another thing about New York is that I've noticed about the homeless is you can judge it on a scale of shoes. Like if them Timbs are a little creased, they're not from where you want them to be from. If they only got one shoe on, things are going bad. If they can't fit shoes at all, that's how you know they're truly unhomed, okay? Calder. Obviously, one of the things that the judges were supposed to judge on is style. And if you don't even have to stand up, and if you want to stand up, you clearly win on style, okay? Because right now, like, you walk up in here like squad, I'll say that again. But I want to call something out. If anybody here, I'm a little bit older, so a lot of y'all are young, but Connor did something tonight and bit something. A lot of this was stolen material, and some of y'all might be too young to know this, but he was saying, brother man, can I give you $1? No, here too. And that is just an Arrested Development song that you were hitting us with, brother. That was not actual original material. You were just hitting Mr. Wendell. And then you were talking about Drake lyrics and Kendrick. Now, Drake is from Canada, and Kendrick is from Compton. Now, I did your research for you. Compton is not LA. They're 12 miles apart. That's like saying a New York homeless is somebody chilling in West Nyack. So I gotta take points away for that as well, and take a few points away for randomly bringing up the gender of the audience. I'm giving this one up to Jay. I'm giving this one up to Jay.
Baby. Thank you.
We're just giving an opinion. The audience chooses the winner.
Yes. So, are we from Calder? We're LA?
I was kidding about the song. We didn't actually know that.
Or are we here with Jay, the New York homeless?
Brother man, give me $1, and it's
I got 4 votes against
Remember Calder? What is it? Alright. Calder's the masturbator. Alright. Give it up for Calder, everybody.
Fuck all you guys. You guys come for the Play Haters Ball. We're going to have a Play Haters Ball in November.
Comedy. It is a sweet jacket. What do you know about homeless? It's a fable money.
Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Woo! Let's get ready to get canceled. This person has appeared on Bravo's Below Deck as a rich bitch, has been on the show Tosh.0 as herself, and has been in Diplo's DMs coming off as desperate. A little interesting tidbit about her is that you would never believe she has never eaten a hamburger. The one, the only Ashley Wright. And now, her opponent, who performs all over around the city. I posit he definitely has eaten a hamburger in his day. He isn't sassy. He is just opinionated. Let's give it up for Ethan Filler. So the 2 topics you guys decided on was cut versus uncut.
Yeah!
And why incest is good or bad.
I call that.
We're doing cut.
Alright.
Cut to it.
Now it's time for the audience. Who do you want? Would you want to hear about cut versus uncut? Or why incest is good or bad?
Incest!
Cut. Oh, let's get ready to get canceled. Who's going to go first?
Going first. Okay, cool. So I am propositioning for why we need circumcision. As we all know, in third world countries, it's very dangerous if you're uncircumcised. Especially if you live in Brooklyn. That's why Ethan was late. With circumcision, you can start your gender transition at birth. Circumcision is the fastest way to lose 5 pounds if you're black. Right? Yeah. The Kardashians lose 5 pounds every breakup. But, are you really going to wear a turtleneck all summer long? No, it doesn't make sense. That's why you need to get circumcised, just for the summer. I need a back now for winter, but everyone wants to ride a rocket ship. Yeah, it's more rockety. Because other one's not. It's just like a slug. Like no, it's ride a sea slug. Sometimes it just comes out that it's never a better time to be circumcised than now, because now you can buy cheese at the store. Circumcision is the perfect excuse to have a gender mutilation party, invite all your friends, family to your favorite synagogue. Yeah, your kids might mistake you being uncircumcised for a fruit roll-up and bite it off in your sleep.
Oh my God.
And finally, the most important reason why we need circumcision is so that Hamas can identify the Jews. And that's it.
Okay, alright. I know where you stand.
Okay, also, sorry, Muslims actually are circumcised too, but, I thought it was funny. You guys understand that. Have you ever seen an uncircumcised Muslim penis? No.
No. Mine has a turtleneck. I like it. It keeps me warm in the winter. Alright, so give it up for Ashley. Now, Ethan, you got a 30-second rebuttal. Starts now.
Alright. Do you know why they created the Ziploc bag? It was to seal in flavor. And that's why God created the foreskin. You wouldn't wash a cast iron skillet, would you? Exactly. It ruins the seasoning. Right? I think do I have a whole nother bit, or I don't have any more. I think I don't really have any rebuttals. I agree with the Hamas thing. We do need to destroy it.
Alright, so that was your rebuttal. Now we got 2.5 minutes to debate. Go ahead.
Absolutely. First of all, I think the invention of circumcision is probably, at least to my knowledge, the worst thing the Jewish people have done in recent memory. I can't think of anything else. Right? Second of all, in the Lord's year of 2023, when we have all this body positive talk about body size and stretch marks, XYZ, the fact that we are shaming men for having a foreskin, all right? All right, a foreskin is a beautiful thing, and you know what, ladies, all those women in the audience. You know what, ladies. Yeah, whenever they complain, I'm just gonna say I've seen even amazing female comedians in like Comedy Central specials talk about uncut dicks. They're like, it looks like an anteater. I'm like, you are a child. Pull the skin back. It's a normal penis. It's not dried out, it's beautiful, it looks like a freshly Neutrogena face. There's more flavor and zest. That's what a penis should look and smell like.
And some lint. Can't forget about lint.
Yeah, that's why, I give up smegma for Lent. And let me see, how much more time do I have?
Oh, you got a minute.
I got a minute left? I would just say, once again, the flavor. We need to talk about first of all, we did actually. Honestly, if we are talking about it, the amount of desensitization, physically, that circumcision gives you, you have so many more nerves intact if you have an uncut penis. It is, I believe, it is actually said that an uncircumcised penis has almost as many nerves as a woman's clitoris, because when you cut off the foreskin, it sort of releases the penis to the elements, so to speak, and it actually desensitizes it, so you are having worse sex. To be able to have the full range of human sexual experience, it is actually better to have a foreskin. Also, you know what? In relation to SRS, it is actually, if you are a trans woman and you are uncircumcised, not only is there more skin to work with if you have a gender confirmation surgery, but the penis head, which they use to make the clitoris, actually, once again, has more nerve endings. So you will be having better sex as a woman. Thank you so much. America.
Thank you. All right, Ethan. Thank you for the sex ed. I learned more than I did in high school with that. Thank you very much. Now, Ashley, you have a 30-second rebuttal, and it starts now.
That was very scientific. First of all, it's very difficult to pull the skin back if you don't have arms. So, if you're handicapped, if you're handicapped, you might have trouble getting pregnant. Yeah, amputees, quadruple amputees. It's difficult for them. Also, you said that you don't feel as much sensation. You lose sensation, but that's why God invented gonorrhea and chlamydia. It brings it back because then you feel that sensation. You're like, oh, it burns. You're on fire. Your pussy, your butt.
You don't even
on
need
fire.
KY. You don't need KY at all. It's natural.
Yeah. So. Wait, are you agreeing with me?
I'm just supporting a woman.
But do I get more time? I have an analogy. Okay. Yeah. So I have a story about my first uncircumcised penis. So I was in college. I went to San Francisco, and it was like my first time at a bar, like where I was like 21, and a guy bought me a drink. And so first of all, my type is I'm into lumberjocks, so guys who have beards and chest hair. And this guy was wearing like a flannel shirt, and he bought me a drink. And then I was like, okay, let's go home now. And we went to coat check, and he got a backpack, like a backpacker's backpack. And he didn't have anywhere to go, so I got the hotel room. And anyway, so I started to go down on him, and he was uncircumcised. And suddenly it felt like there was frosted flakes in my mouth. And then I like drunkenly put 2 and 2 together that like he couldn't host because he didn't have a home to go to, even though he lived in San Fran. And then when I realized what happened, I did what you're supposed to do in that moment, and you're like, put on a condom, let's just fuck, and so we did. And then it was just really awkward because I had a hotel room and I wasn't staying there, and I was like, you're gonna leave in the morning because this is my dad's credit card type thing. And anyway, that's why we need circumcision, because you're a homeless person debate. Yeah, you know, homeless people don't need to eat frosted flakes.
Oh, all right. Well, I was going to say, no, frosted flakes. But not in a sexual way.
Yeah, not when you're...
Yes. All right. So that includes the debate portion.
I just want to. This isn't part of the debate. This isn't part of the debate. I just want to say, for anyone in the room who might be transphobic, I think tonight we proved that Ashley is a woman because she just told a very long story that went nowhere.
Good point. Very good point. Now, let's to Judge Caroline. What do you think?
Great job, guys. This was really, really fun to watch. So a while ago now, Ashley, you made a really good point about the fruit roll-up thing. Like your child might eat it in your sleep, which a lot of families are suffering from that every day. Thank you for shedding some light on that.
She's so brave.
And then Ethan, you were great as well. I like how when talking about people who are pro-circumcision, you said you are a child, which is also a good point. Like I didn't realize like children are really pro-circumcision.
They're the hidden enemy.
No, in general, yeah.
He's a priest favorite.
But I'm gonna go with Ashley, and I'll tell you, Ethan, where you lost me is you were talking about like less sensitivity in the penis as being a con. And I just don't think we need men coming faster.
It sounds like someone is saying anyone with a penis is a man. That's a negative one for you. You got that on tape?
You both made me feel very uncomfortable. Very much. I will say, as someone who, surprised, was circumcised, I think that it would be kind of cool if maybe we let people decide for themselves. Yeah. So that doesn't really go one way or the other, but I believe in a man's right to choose. So
for their kids. Choose for their kids. Yeah.
I just want his to look like mine.
When you're 18, you can decide. It's up to me
13,
now.
I think your bar mitzvah.
Just like
Bar
transgendering.
mitzvah, I think you should decide. I at the same point, like, I don't need my dick to be more sensitive. It's not necessarily a plus.
imagining it after like they like raise you up in the chair. There's like a tiny little guillotine.
It was a big guillotine, okay?
Big guillotine,
Yeah,
okay.
damn, it was so big.
Is it that,
Some
is
credit.
it that obvious that I'm Jewish? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really, I didn't think I could hate my dick more than I did at the beginning of the show, but you guys really, y'all two fucking fucked me up a little bit. I think you're both wrong somehow, and I respect that.
DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis is my least favorite uncle, so let's not even talk about it. I'm really thinking about it.
Real quick before I give my opinion on this, I just want to take you guys behind the curtain. You know that meme of Charlie Day where he has all those things on the wall? I just want to show you guys his fucking notes. Like, we have a judge that has a manifesto over here, guys, so I'm just letting you know that's what's going on over here. So, right off the bat, I've been watching Naked Attraction, so I thought I was going to go for uncut because that's all I've been seeing. But, really, so I just got completely distracted, 100% distracted, the second you mentioned that the way that Hamas could tell someone was Jewish by if they were circumcised or not, because all I could think about is why it now makes sense they paraglided into that rape. Because where else are you going to see European dick than a place where bass drops and there's glow sticks? So I totally fucking, like, that's all I could think about from that moment on. But really, for me, the only thing that I was thinking about as the winner is whoever brought up schmegma first. Because, like, that really is a deciding factor. But I think the audience has a really, really tough choice. I can't decide. You were both on fire. You were both hilarious. I love Dick either way. Dick rules, so cheers either way. But I think the audience has a really tough choice ahead of them, and I can't choose.
Also, the audience is all my. And I'm hosting the Halloween party tomorrow. And if you want to be able to get it in, your ticket may not work. I don't know.
I guess it's really up to you to choose to give the skinny blonde girl with 100,000 Instagram followers or the unemployed homosexual with nothing.
This is why I was on main event of the evening, people. All right. So, what are you guys going for? You guys going for Ashley? Or we're giving up for Ethan? No. So what's up? That's very close. Very close.
Just cut off part of it.
Ashley. Ethan? I say three-quarter turtleneck one. All right? I think that's safe to say. All right. This includes our 5 drunk debates, and now we're going to have two comics go up. Thank you very much. I hope you guys had a good time. You had a good time? All right. And I'd like to say both of you guys are the master debaters.
Thank you. Yeah. What time?
You look perfect.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Oh my God.
I think we're the only ones that are ready to
I have a question. That Jay guy, is that Shane's son?
No, fucking Turner didn't even show up, so I had to throw somebody on last minute. That's why.
Shit.
You don't talk about my son.
Okay.
No, that's Patrick. Patrick, that's your phone, not Caroline's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So you saw me being one of the debaters earlier, but right now let's give it up for the comedian talents of Stephen Pantelias.
Yeah, that was an amazing debate. Give it up for yourselves one time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Way better than cocaine and alcohol debate. And shout out to Patrick for inviting me and putting this all together also as well. One of the comedians that actually know how to pronounce my last name right. It's Pantelides. You know how many times I heard a host come out and they write it, they're like, oh, Stephen Pantolitis. They make it sound like an undiscovered STD. I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks, man. And my full government name, believe it or not, this is actually true. It's Stephen Peter Pantolitis.
Peter?
Is in the middle of my government name. And I asked my mom that. I said, you didn't know that? I'm getting made fun of my whole life. You didn't see that on a birth certificate? She goes, wow. I said, what? She goes, well, that explains a lot. So what do you mean that explains a lot? She goes, that explains why your ass never wanted to grow up. Oh yeah, Peter Pan never did grow up. Well, back in Neverland. Man, I want to ask people because I've been single for a long time and I got really sick and tired. Like, you ever notice that when you are single, you walk around New York City and you see couples not even going out with each other, but they're like desperately in fucking love? Like, they're sitting down, combing each other's hair, kissing each other. I'm like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I get is a girl, when I'm on a date with her, sitting down in a hookah lounge, twerking her ass in front of 200,000 people watching on Instagram Live and then yelling at me like I'm the fucking problem. So I decided to switch it up. You know, I downloaded Hinge. And it actually worked. Yeah, I actually had a beautiful first date, man. It was a little weird, though. And, you know, I'm not used to dating. So can I ask you guys a question? Like, where would you guys like to go on a first date? Like
Italian restaurant.
Italian restaurant. See, that's a good
Italy.
What about you?
Painting.
Painting. See, those are normal fun activities. This is why I like to ask strangers and not my friends for advice on where to go on a first date. Because I asked my friend, I said, hey man, where should I take this girl on a first date? I matched her on Hinge. It's our first date. I don't know where to go. He goes, bro, whatever you do not do Dave and Buster's. I was like, what the hell? I was actually going to do Dave and Buster's. I know it sounds generic, but, you know, it's an excuse for you guys to touch each other, playing the games, you know what I'm saying? Like, escalate quickly and everything like that. He goes, Steven, I know that sounds like a phenomenal idea, but when I went to Dave and Buster's with my date, we went to the basketball machine, and I thought it'd be cute, you know, like, hold her by the waist and teach her how to shoot. I did not know that when she was in high school, she was top of her class in the basketball team. All she was doing was shooting threes back to back, and I'm competitive, Steven, so I started shooting them back to back. We ended up getting mad at each other. We didn't have sex, we just argued the whole time and we went our separate ways. Do not do Dave and Buster's. So alright, I won't do Dave and Buster's. Then my wallet suggested otherwise too. So she goes, where are we gonna go? I was like, what do you like? She goes, I like ice cream. You know, I like burgers. I was like, alright, buddy, Jesus Christ. I was like, you wanna do White Castles and Carvel? She's like, oh my God, you are a comedian! Yeah, comedian! Wait till you see my wallet. That's even funnier. So then she's like, no, I'm not judgmental. Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm a little broke. I get paid next week. And I'm a comedian. We're all broke. So I know she's like, all right, let's get White Castle and Carvel. And I was like, all right, cool. And we ended up having a great time. We were talking about life, our goals. And then she invited me back to her place. I said, wow, this is all right, cool. So I sit down, and then she puts on Hulu. That was her subscription service. Hulu with advertisements. Does anybody have like Netflix or Hulu? Do you guys have it with advertisements?
Yeah.
That is the fucking worst. Especially when you're on a date and you're about to have sex for the first time. So she sits me down and she goes, well, comedian. And I was like, yeah, what? She goes, tell me a joke. And I was like, by the way, comedians hate when we tell people, strangers that we're comedians, and the first thing they say is, oh, make me laugh. Oh, tell me a joke. I was working with my coworker earlier. She goes, you're a comedian? Right now, tell me a joke. And I was like, all right. What do you do? She's like, oh, I'm a math tutor. I said, hold on a second. Pulled out a napkin, put it on the table, and I wrote something. She goes, what's that? I said, that's an equation. Solve it right now. Don't tell comedians, tell jokes right away. So out of nowhere, I'm sitting at her house, and out of nowhere, she puts on the movie Funny People. Anybody ever seen that? Adam Sandler, Seth Rogen. So she's like, you're a comedian, I want to put on a movie. Let's play Funny People. And I was like, all right, put it in. So she puts it on DVD. I mean, on DVD. Hulu with that. Right? That's how old school I am. Right? So out of nowhere, she puts it on, and out of nowhere, she grabs me, and we start making out. Movie didn't even start yet. As soon as we're making out, the first ad pops up while we're kissing. You know what the first ad was? We're kissing. Have you and a loved one been diagnosed with herpes? I'm like, this is a little weird, awkward. So out of nowhere, we're sitting down, and she goes, fuck it. So I know we're playing it, and then she gets on top of me, and we're making out, and then out of nowhere, it's a little weird having sex, especially when a comedy movie's playing in the background. You guys ever had that? You ever had sex in a comedy movie playing? You just hear, like, I'm trying to have sex with her, and she's riding me. The next thing you know, fucking, all you hear is Seth Rogen in the back talking about taking a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she's riding, all you hear is Seth Rogen. I was like, fuck, I couldn't get it out. And I'm like, oh my God. But I'm not gonna lie, for the fellas, it does help out a lot preventing coming early is hearing Seth Rogen's voice. So next thing you know, the second ad popped up. I was doing a doggy style. And all you heard was, "Don't let HIV stop you from ruining your life." And I was like, "Can we please just shut this off right now?" So I didn't know her. She's like, "All right, whatever. Just go to town on me." So I went on top of her, and I'm riding her. And as I'm riding her, I'm in it. And I know, next thing you know, I guess the White Castle and Carvel started mixing up. So I was like, "Oh God." And then I got up. I couldn't take it. She goes, "What happened?" I said, "I'm sorry. I gotta take a shit." She goes, "Are you serious?" And I said, "I really don't want to Amber Heard your bed right now." And then she goes, "Well, do you want me to join you in the bathroom?" I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Would you like a pumpkin?"
Oh my God.
This is a freaky ass crowd. I like you guys. And I said, "Yeah!" Then I went, fuck it. First time for everything. Anyway, that's my time, guys.
Give it up for Steve and everybody. Hey, Steve. Where you at, Steve?
Yeah, I'm right here. Thanks.
Yeah, you were on a show on Mondays. Don't you tell people you had some plugs, right?
Oh, yeah. So I own my own company called the Yeah Brothers. It's a comedy club that we opened up in Queens, New York. So if anyone's ever interested, it's every Monday at 8:30 in Bayside, Queens, Boulevard. Boom. Brian Casey's. Oh!
Yeah. All right, give it up for Steve and everybody. And now to conclude our evening, we have our headliner. He is the pride of Indonesia. He is their second biggest export, except for Nike. Let's give it up for the one, the only. Let's give it up for Panji, everybody.
Thank you very much. Give it up for your host, Patrick, everybody. Thank you very much. It has been an awesome evening. Give it up for everybody. All the players, all the jerseys as well. I'm not going to waste any of your time. Can I be vulnerable in front of you guys? Woo! Yeah. I have an announcement to make. I quit porn, you guys. Yeah! Oh, sorry. No, that's okay. Oh, yeah. I quit. Why the move? I quit porn. Do you know why? Because I was watching porn, and then I had an epiphany. I realized I watched too many porns. Because I saw the world change through porn. You know what I'm saying? I'm 44 years old. I saw the world change from analog to digital through porn. And if you saw so many porn, that's too much. My first porn was a magazine, and then it was VHS, and then it was laser discs. Yeah. Do you remember that? That's why this is before DVD. And if you don't know what that is, it's like DVD but the size of a vinyl, right? It's huge. When you can hide a magazine behind your back and a VHS, but when you're a skinny kid like me, you can't hide laser disc behind your back. You're too skinny. You look like you have wings like Falcon of the Avengers or some shit. It's embarrassing. And then it was an internet cafe. We don't have internet at home. We don't have cell phones. So we have to go to places to get to the internet. And I am part of the generation that saved porn to floppy disks. Do you remember that? You can only put 20 naked women in a floppy disks. And I have so many floppy disks full of porn. I stashed it in a shoebox. Everybody's shoebox. I had so much porn. My shoebox, my brother, my dad's, my mom, my sister. I just used everybody's shoebox, put the floppy disk in, and my buddy was in my room, was like, "You're into shoes?" I'm like, "I'm into feet." And then we have computers at home. We still don't have internet. It's just a computer. And everybody's using the same computer. You remember this. So you had to know how to save your porn. I had to save my porn in a folder that's inside a folder that's inside a folder. Like 20 folders stacks up. That's wild. It's crazy. And then we have internet. It's called the dial-up, if you remember. If you want to turn it on, it makes a weird sound like a monkey's raping a cat, like, "Ee-oh, if you remember. That was really wild. And if somebody made a phone call, the connection got cut off. That's crazy. And then we streamed the internet. We streamed porn on the internet. And back in the days, I'm exclusively to Pornhub. I don't know about you guys, because why not, right? But there's a love and hate relationship, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of upset that my favorite porn star, do you know how they rank porn star at Pornhub? They rank porn stars. And the porn stars I love are never in the top 10. It's always in the top 300. I'm like, what does it say about my taste? I used to tell people I like indie porn. But I think the actual answer is, I think I'm into 6s and 7s. I think they're more realistic. I need my porn to be realistic. You know, I need to believe it. When I watch porn, I look for houses that looks like they're in Flushing, Queens. It's closer. And I'm married, so I shouldn't be, watching porn, but I still did. I'm married, and being married is tough. Having a wife is tough because when you're married, you have responsibilities, right? That's tough. I mean, if you want to be responsible. But then living in New York is also tough. I never had arguments as much as I have with my wife here in New York. I think New York does that to us. Does it? I think it drags you down. That's crazy in this city. I argue with my wife every day to a point where I just looking for excuses to go out of the house. I used to look at a homeless person and be like, that's a crackhead. Now I look at a homeless person, I'm like, he's a husband. He doesn't want to go home, wants to stay in the great outdoors. That's a future life, Patrick, if you find someone to love. And my wife hates sleeping with me because I have sleep apnea. You guys know what that is?
You have the mask?
Yeah, I do. I stopped using it though. I lose weight and now I don't have sleep apnea anymore. And if you don't know what that is, so it's when you snore so bad you stop breathing, right? And you can die because you choke, like you can't breathe. And my wife hates sleeping with me because she panics every night and she has to kick me just to make sure I start breathing again. And that's every night. And I have to say some of those kicks are unnecessarily hard.
Salt.
What was that?
It's the salt.
I guess so. I don't know what you're saying. It doesn't matter. But it's just I wake up sometimes. Did I fight someone last night? Was Conor McGregor fighting me or something? It's because it hurts so bad. And so I wanted to stop snoring. And I Googled and I found this article that says that if you sleep sideways, you open the air, the airways, so you won't snore. So I told my wife, I want to try something new in the morning. Tell me if you notice anything different. So I slept sideways. And when I wake up, I asked her, did you notice anything? I was like, yeah. Oh, what was it? She was like, you snore sideways. I'm like, that's still snoring. And so then I went to this, it's called Sleep Doctor. It's really a thing. It fixes your sleep. It's wild, right? So I met with this sleep doctor, and he asked me to sleep at the hospital for a night, and then he put a lot of cables to monitor my heart rate, my muscle movement, and then a week after, the results came out. And the doctor was like, you stop breathing 26 times an hour. I'm like, that's dangerous, right? And the doctor, that's not dangerous. 30 is dangerous. I'm like, that's only 4 away to being dead. I like to tell people I'm from Indonesia. I'm Muslim and I'm circumcised. It's pretty ugly. And if you're unfamiliar where Indonesia is, it's so peaceful. Barack Obama spent his childhood there. It's so beautiful. Donald Trump goes there to play golf, and it's so far away. Joe Biden probably won't survive the trip. And I tell people there's a stereotype towards Indonesian people, and the stereotype is that we're lazy. Indonesian people are lazy. And that's not true. I'm here to tell you it's not. We're not lazy. We're just not accustomed to work hard. It's different because it's in our DNA. It's generational. Since the days of hunters and gatherers, Indonesians don't have to work hard. And let me explain why. Because Indonesia is a tropical country. All right, we don't have deadlines like the winter to hunt and gather food. There's always tomorrow. There's always the next day. That's why one of the most famous saying in Indonesia is "Kalau bisa besok, kenapa harus hari ini?" Which means if you can do it tomorrow, why do it today? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I might be Indonesian myself. That's my time. Thank you very much. You're going to be host. Thank you, everybody. You guys were great. Thank you.
Yeah. Telling us about the Institute of Marriage and how we're all procrastinators. Right on. Everybody have a good time tonight?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. very much, and I hope to see you at the next one, all right? So long.
Yeah, are you on the chat for the?
Hi. How are you guys? Good. We did it. I mean.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.